Hello and welcome to part 3 of building the Quarry Hillside. In this episode what I'm going to be doing is using grasses, trees, scatter, all sort of scenic materials to cover the hills, ready for the forest to be built. I'll just run you through what I'm going to be doing and what materials I'm going to be using before I get started. So I recently acquired the WWS Pro Grass Micro Static Grass Applicator. In this particular instance, I'm going to be using the Pico Static Grass 2mm dead grass, 4mm autumn grass, and 6mm wild meadow. Got some various trees. I've got the wood for the tree trunks that will be going around this front section of it, where it looks like the forest or woodland is getting chopped down. I've also been making some trees, which I'll probably be doing another video of. Some woodland Scenics bushes in light green. A box full of old trees that I've had for a while. Some clump foliage in green. I've also got some coarse turf in green, and I may even use some lichen. I haven't used this yet, so while making the video you may notice some mistakes, but as I said, I've not used it yet, so I'm not sure how it's gonna turn out. I'm gonna start on this section here first, and then I'll probably start on that section over there. So what I'll do is I'll position the camera, get myself ready, and I'll be back in a minute. So all I'm going to do first is get the, if you can see it, the WWS basing glue. Just give it a nice covering, I think. Brush it in. Looks like a bit of a watered down PVA, so I'm not sure if you definitely need to use the WWS glue. There we go, I think that's pretty good covering. So all you do is put a screw into the glue for the crocodile clip, which is on the end of the applicator. Open the cap and then fill it up with the 2mm static grass. It's probably be about a quarter full, for now. I'm not really, as I said, I haven't used this before, so I'm not entirely sure how much you need to use. Put the clamp onto that, and then I guess just turn it on. Yep, I can already see it sticking. When I was watching one of the videos, just noticed that's almost pretty much empty. As I said, when I was watching one of the videos from WWS, they say to do like a nice sort of carpet look covering. Which, yeah, seems about right. So I've turned that off. There's still a bit left in there. And I'll just show you what it looks like. See if I can get you a closer so you can see the grass sticking up. Yeah, you can definitely feel it. So that's the first layer of the 2mm. What I'll probably do now is, because otherwise if I do it all and film it, it would probably end up being a 40-minute film. So what I'll do is I'll probably do the rest with this 2mm, and then when I'm ready I'll come back to the next bit. So I'm not sure why I thought a 30-gram bag would do everything, but I started filming this yesterday, and this morning I had to go out to 2 different train shops or model shops to try and find some Pico grass. Neither had what I wanted, so I've sort of done a mixture of some 1mm dead grass, and I think it was some sort of, there was a different grass as well, can't remember the name of it now. But this was the first lot I done, and that was the second lot I've done, and I don't think there's a great bit of difference. So as you can see, that's all of the first layer done. So what I'll do now is I'll get ready for the I'm going to be using 4mm autumn grass now, and I'll start on this bit here, and when I'm ready I'll come back and I'll show you, hopefully, me starting to work on this bit. So according to the instructions I got with the applicator and on WWS's website, all you do is you get the layering spray, give it a shake, and give it a nice covering, as you can see. So I've already loaded up the I guess hopper on the applicator, put it in, turn it on, and there we go. So I'll just unclip it and I'll quickly show you what it looks like. I actually think it looks really good as well. I think the shade of the first green and also the shade of the second green ties in really well. As you can hopefully see when I press it down, you can see how sort of high up it is. I think it looks really nice. So I'm probably going to wait for that to sort of dry out, and I'll try and carry on doing some other little bits, probably around here and there, and then I need to start placing where I'm putting the trees, the tree trunks, before I start carrying on with the 4mm grass, just so I can tie it in and you can't see any glue marks for the trees, etc. So when I'm ready, I'll come back and I'll show you the progress. So what I'm going to do instead is just show you sort of roughly where things will be going. I've still got to make some more of these bigger trees, that one and that one there. So I've cut these up into various lengths. Obviously they won't be laying down. I might have some laying down, like they've already been chopped down, but majority of them will be standing up like that in various places. So it looks as though the woodland is getting chopped back for the quarry. So this front section has already been chopped down, and then that remaining section there and the two corners will just be normal trees. So these little pink ones, they're really cheap from China, what I got on eBay. So what I'm probably going to do is just chop the bottom off and have them as bushes. I'll probably have these ones left as they are, although I probably will chop off that all the roots. These will be covered up with some various other scenic materials, but if I'm right, I've got another 4 to make, so I'll probably start on them later. But I think as it looks, with them just sort of plonked into position, I don't think it looks too bad. I think it looks really good. So what I'm going to do is take it all off, and then using the 4mm static grass, go all over it, and then start placing things into position, hiding things, and then in some other places, once everything's stuck down, I'll be using some 6mm wild meadow, and just in various places in between trees, so it looks like it's sort of overgrown. various other bushes, static materials, all that sort of things. So what I'll do is I'll clear it all off. I will do the 4mm grass. I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll have to start working on all the trees. So I'll come back soon. So what I'm going to do now is do a quick time lapse of me finishing the board off. And there we go. So as you can see in front of you, I've already started sticking some trees down. I've made all of the other trees. And all I'm doing now is just putting in some finer details, like these bushes. These are just placed here at the moment. All I'm going to do now is get some 50-50 mix water and PVA with a bit of washing up liquid. Got a syringe with some PVA mix in there, and all I'm going to do is just glue it down into place. I'll do that in a few more places. I've got some more bits on the way in the post to try and finish the scene off, so I'll come back when I've done some extra detail and I'll show you what it looks like. So that's pretty much the scene done now. All the scenics are pretty much in. What I'll do is I'll explain what I've done and I'll show you around. So I've made a footpath which goes all the way through the woods. I've added bushes and some various greens. Some tufts of grass. Some pink trees that I've cut down to make into some bigger type bushes. I've also got some purple scatter to try and represent like bluebells, flowers. I've got the tree trunks. They're all glued into position. Some that are lying down on the floor. Overall, I'm really happy with how it's turned out. Especially happy with the way the grass has been laid using the applicator. What I will also show you is I've used some dead grass in various places, which I really think's finishes off. I've done them mainly under the trees. I've used a bit of meadow grass at the back here. A few little trees, and then all of the bigger ones. So what I'll do is I'll just walk out a bit. And that gives you a wider shot of the woodland on top of the quarry. I think that's pretty much it. I hope this 3-part series has helped you out or given you some ideas. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Any comments, please let me know. Cheers.